Running back value shifts fast in Dynasty, and if you wait until the breakout happens, it's already too late. In this video, I'm breaking down my top 5 buy low running backs heading into the 2025 season. These are players I believe that are either undervalued, miscast, or one opportunity away from a major rise in Dynasty value. Let's get into the backs you should be targeting before their price goes up.
Hey.
What's going on, guys? Before we get into the video, I just wanted to announce that every single Friday here on out, we're going to be doing a live show on Justin Paul Sports YouTube channel. So if you guys want to watch me break down film live, go over some of the rookies in this year's class, things like that, go check that out. I'll post a link to his channel and the live stream here in the description. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get back to the video. All right, guys, at number 5 on my list is Jacory Croskey-Merritt for the Commanders. Nobody's really saying his name, and I'm kind of confused by it in all honesty. So in terms of him as a player, he's got super good burst. He played at New Mexico in 2023 where he kind of broke out, had over 1,000 yards, 10 plus touchdowns, and then he had a final year at Arizona where he had some eligibility issues, but he did play in one game versus New Mexico, ironically. He had over 100 yards and a touchdown on 13 attempts, and you saw that burst, that insane speed that he has as soon as he gets the ball in his hands. He didn't really perform that well in the combine. His 40-yard dash time wasn't the best. But in all honesty, guys, he goes into a backfield that is in desperate need of some explosion. Austin Eckler's not really explosive anymore. He wasn't really the biggest explosive guy in general anyways. Then Brian Robinson's kind of like your big goal line back. And they picked him in the 7th round. He was towards the end of the 7th round as well, so a lot of people aren't really talking about him. But he's got the burst, he's got some really solid vision and decision-making skills as well, and he's basically costing you nothing. You can probably pick him up on waiver wires in a lot of leagues, so if you can, guys, I would absolutely pick this guy up if you're able to, because he could be their change of pace guy right off the rip. At number 4, it's Trey Benson of the Arizona Cardinals, and they picked him in the 3rd round last year, and a lot of people had some high hopes for him, but he didn't have that many carries. He had 63 attempts last year, very underwhelming because James Conner surprisingly stayed healthy all season, the first time he's ever done that in his career thus far, and he was really solid. But I think with Trey Benson, they kind of wanted him to get comfortable in some NFL pads, kind of slowly work him into the offense, and I do expect the Cardinals to kind of use him much more this season comparatively to last year. And with James Conner, like I said, he struggles to stay healthy every single year, and I think that's going to come back again this year as well. He's not getting any younger, and I think Trey Benson's going to be the featured back in that offense around mid-season or so, and all it takes is one injury from James Conner for his value to spike up. I loved him coming out of Florida State. I love his burst. I love his size, 6 foot, 216, 4.39 40-yard dash as well. He offers some much-needed explosion in that Cardinals running game, and guys, his value is really low right now. A lot of Trey Benson owners are kind of trying to ship him off for what they can, since they probably got their running back in this year's rookie draft. So yeah, guys, if you can buy him for his current price, I think you are getting a steal. At number 3, it's Brilan Allen for the New York Jets, and I know Breece Hall is presumably their starter right now, but his efficiency has just gone down and down and down each and every year with him. He didn't look particularly great last year, and I did a film breakdown on him. If you guys didn't check that out, y'all should go check that out. It's on the channel. I kind of went over what he did good and what he did bad, and I was pretty underwhelmed with him overall when I watched the film. But with Brilan Allen, he's a great breath of fresh air to that offense. He's a gigantic back. He's 6'1", 235 pounds, right? And he's got just some bulldozing power behind him. And I think he's going to be utilized a lot more this year. I like Isaiah Davis as well. But with Brilan Allen, he just holds up a lot better than Breece Hall does over the course of a season. He's much bigger. He can break tackles much better, I think, in my opinion, than Breece Hall. He can fight through contact a bit better. But overall, he's still only 21 years old, and for our dynasty perspectives, that's amazing, because I don't think Breece Hall is long for the NFL just due to the injury concerns and his efficiency, right? But guys, Brilan Allen's dirt cheap right now. He's got some killer upside with that size, that frame, and that power, and he's got some surprising burst behind that frame as well. I did not expect him to be that fast just looking at his height and weight, but he actually has got some wheels to him, guys. So if you guys can invest in Brilan Allen right now, you know, keep him on your bench for a couple years. Maybe he doesn't break out this coming year, but he's going to break out sooner or later, and he's only 21 years old, so buy while the price is cheap. And number 2, guys, is DeAndre Swift for the Chicago Bears. And honestly, before the NFL draft, I was super fading DeAndre Swift just because I thought the Bears were going to go out there and draft a running back. In the second round, they had 2 second-round picks, and I 100% expected them to draft Travion Henderson or Judkins or one of those guys, right, to replace DeAndre Swift and just have DeAndre Swift as like a change of pace guy. They didn't do that. They drafted Monangai, which I do like, but he was drafted all the way in the 6th round, I believe. And, you know, he kind of projects to be more of a pass protector, short, you know, goal line back, right? Kind of similar to Roschon Johnson, but bigger. Now, with DeAndre Swift, though, guys, he still showed some explosive ability. You know, he was terribly inefficient. You know, he had 250-plus carries, didn't even eclipse 1,000 rushing yards. That's pretty awful. But I think he really was subjected to the terrible play calling that the Chicago Bears had last year. They just couldn't figure out what to do on offense, and I think Swift really struggled because of that. We saw what he did in Philadelphia the year before he got to the Bears, where, you know, they had some really solid run concepts, and DeAndre Swift looked solid. I think when Ben Johnson comes to town and revamps the run game and has some decent, effective run concepts, you saw what he did with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery last year. I think DeAndre Swift's going to thrive, and his ADP right now is awful. So you're going to be able to get him dirt cheap, and I think he's going to be a starting running back the majority of the year. So if you guys want to buy low on a guy that has some explosive upside, he's still fairly young. He's only 26. Honestly, I think he could be a stud if Ben Johnson gets him right. And at number 1, guys, is Christian McCaffrey for the San Francisco 49ers, and his value is in the dirt right now, which is crazy considering what he did in 2023. He was the RB1, and I get it, guys. He's 29 years old. He's old. People say he's old. We saw how that worked out with Derrick Henry last year, that narrative, and people were saying he's injury prone, right? We knew he was injury prone since 2018, and what did he do after getting hurt in 2018? He comes out there, has 1,000 receiving yards, 1,000 rushing yards, Offensive Player of the Year award, and was the RB1 in fantasy. He's came back from injuries before, and I will say the Achilles tendonitis thing, it kept him out for about 8 weeks, and then he came back and had a PCL injury that wasn't super serious, and by that time, the San Francisco 49ers were already out of the playoff race, so they just let him rest the rest of the year. I don't know why people are saying it's like a serious injury. It wasn't. I think he would have missed a week or 2. But outside of that, like, they let him rest because they weren't going to go to the playoffs. So there was no sense in letting him get hurt again. So, guys, he's fully healthy now. All the reports are saying he's fully healthy. And if you saw a couple bad reps in training camp, I saw a lot of good reps from Christian McCaffrey as well. People are pushing the narrative that he's old, that he's cooked, just for him to come out here in 2025 and be a top 10 dynasty running back, right? I'm telling you guys, if you can trade a 2026 first for him, especially if it's mid to late, I would do that all day, because especially if you're contending, this guy can give you top 5 overall running back finish. No questions. If he stays healthy, he will be a top 5 back. So if you guys want to buy low on a potential league-winning running back, this is the best guy to go after right now. These 5 backs are some of my favorite buy low targets in Dynasty right now, whether it's future upside, opportunity growth, or just flat out market overcorrection. Let me know in the comments who you're buying low on, and if you think I'm too high or too low on anybody I mentioned. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more Dynasty content, and as always, join the Bobby's Big Board Discord to keep the conversation going all off season long. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Hey.